contest with shlokas. Even the one shlokas or two shlokas doesn't matter. We are attempting that matters. So I'm happy that there are a lot of people who have enrolled for shloka competition. So the first one, we are going from the younger to the elders. So first one is going to be Gopal. Yeah.
I'm not sure, but I think we have to tighten. They can hold it right. They can hold it right.
Hare Krishna. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pavattate iti matva bhajante mam bodha bhava samanvitaha marchita matkata prana bodhayanta parasparam Kadayantasya mam nityam Tushyanti charamanti cha Tesham satatayuktanam Bhajatam priti purvakam Tadami buddhi ovantam Ena mamupayanti te Tesham evanukam partam Aham magnana jantamaha Nashayami atma bhavasto Jnana-dipena bhasvataha.
Well done, Gopal. Thank you. Next we have Rishik.
Hare Krishna.
Not that. Just just the angle itself.
Hare Krishna. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravattate iti matva bhajante ma buddha bhava samanvitaha machita matkata prana bodhayanta parasparam kadayantascha mam nityam tushanti cha ramanti cha Tesham sadada yuktanam Bhajatam priti purvakam Dadami buddhi yogam tam Enamam upayantite Tesham emad Kampatam Aham
You can do it. Yeah, you can do it.
Repeat after.
Nashayami Atma Bhavasto Jnana Dipena Hashvata.
Good job, Rishik.
Thank you.
Next we have Amrita. Amrita is not here. She's Anisha. Let's give a round of applause even before the start also.
Namaste. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajanti mam bhuta bhava samanvitaha. Aham Machita matkata prana bodhayantam parasparam katayantasya mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam tadami buddhi yogam ta yena mamupayanti te. Teshamivānukarpatham aham ajnanajam tamaha nāśyamyatamavastu jnanadīpena bhāsvata.
Good job, Anisha. Very good. So we have the judging based on under 10-year-olds is one category, and over 10 year for shlokas. Over 10-year-olds, like all the kids, is one category, and all the adults come under one category. And shlokas is all the kids one category, and all the adults one category.
In speech, Mataji, right?
In speech. Oh, sorry. Shriyan. Next is Shriyan.
Shriyan. Can you get the mic to be tested? It's better.
Prabhu, you can sit back.
Maybe you can sit closer on this side. Yeah, yeah.
I think only for the kids we need.
Hare Krishna everyone. Hare Krishna. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvita machita madgata prana bodhayantah parasparam kadayantasya mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogantam yena mamupayanti te teshamevanukampartam aham ajnanajantama nashayami atmabhavastu jnanadīpena bhāsvata. Thank you.
Next is Arush. Yes, Arush. Is Arush here?
Yeah.
Ansh is younger, so Ansh.
Ansh is also 10 plus?
That's it.
I think all the 10 plus came into one category.
It's not in the increasing
Sequence,
order.
right.
Let's give a round of applause to Arush.
Hare Krishna everyone. Aham sarvasya prabhavo mata sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvita macchitta madgata prana bodhayanta parasparam kathayantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mama upayanti te tesham evanukampartham aham ajnanajam tamah nashyami atmabhavasto jnanadīpena bhāsvata.
Give a round of applause to Arush. Good job. So judges, we have Sia as well. Sia and Ishan. Ishan as well? No. Ishan is in color. So Sia is not in the list, but we are adding her
Comes here.
right now.
She is below 10. Below 10.
She's below 10.
7. Right? 7? It's okay.
She just say one should.
Yeah. Whatever it was.
अहं सर्वस्य प्रभुवो तत्सर्वं प्रवर्तते इति मत्वा भजन्ते मां बुद्धभावसमन्विताः.
Next we have Ansh.
हरे कृष्णा. श्री भगवान उवाच अहं सर्वस्य प्रभवो मतः सर्वं प्रवर्तते इति मत्वा भजन्ते मां बुद्धा भावसमन्विताः मच्चित्ता मद्गतप्राणा बोधयन्तः परस्परं कथयन्तश्च मां नित्यं तुष्यन्ति च रमन्ति च. तेषां सततयुक्तानां भजतां प्रीतिपूर्वकं ददामि बुद्धियोगं तं येन मामुपयान्ति ते. तेषामेवानुकम्पार्थम् अहम् अज्ञानजं तमः नाशयामि आत्मभावस्थो ज्ञानदीपेन भास्वता.
All these kids remind us that how easy can shloka recitation be, right? When we recite, it becomes difficult. We feel like it's difficult, but yeah. Thank you. We have COVID. You can do Satya. You can come in. After Satya.
Oh.
अहं सर्वस्य प्रभुवो मत्तः सर्वं प्रवर्तते इति मत्वा भजन्ते मां बुद्धभावसमन्विताः मच्चित्ता मद्गता प्राणा बोधयन्तः परस्परं कथयन्तश्च मां नित्यं तुष्यन्ति च रमन्ति च. तेषां सततयुक्तानां भजतां प्रीतिपूर्वकं ददामि बुद्धियोगं तं येन मामुपयान्ति ते. तेषामेवानुकम्पार्थम् अहम् अज्ञानजन्तमः नाशयामि आत्मभावस्थो ज्ञानदीपेन भास्वता.
Any of the children who also have practiced or who knows the translation are also welcome to do. Like if you know a translation in your own words, if you want to describe, you will get extra points for the translation. 10 plus years. This is for 10 plus years.
Hare Krishna. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhavam samanvitaha macchitta madgata prana bodhayanta parasparam kathayantascha mam nityam tasyanti cha ramanti cha. Tesham satatayuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam dadami buddhiyogam tam yena mam upayanti te. Tesham evanukampartam aham ajnanajam tamaha nasayami atmabhavasto jnana deepana basvata.
Very well done. Good job. Adna. Is there any other child who is here and who has not participated yet? There are more in the list, but they are not here yet. Shrestha, they are not here.
He's not added.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo. Aham sarvasya prabhavo. Matta sarvam pravartite iti matva bhajante mam. Buddha bhava samanvita. I am the source of everything and everything emanates from me. Those wise who know this will always worship me and practice in my devotional service. Machita matkata prana bodhayanta parasparam katiyantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. Next verse. Tesham satata yuktanam bhajante tam bhajatam pritipurvakam dadami buddha yogam tam yena mamupayanti te tesham evanakam partham aham ajnanajam tama nashyami atma bhavastu jnana dipena bhasvata.
She didn't get her turn yet.
She's fine. Yes. She's fine.
I will adjust. I will adjust.
Yeah, I think it should be okay now.
Aham sarvasya prabhavah mattah sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha macchitta madgata pranaha bodhayantah parasparam kathayantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam dadami buddhiyogam tam yena mamupayanti te teshamevanukam partham ahamajnanajam tamaha nashayamyatma bhavastaha jnanadipena bhasvata.
Haribol! For many of the kids, this is the first time that they are reciting the shlokas as well. So let's give our big encouragement to them by clapping loudly, saying Haribol each time. Dhruva next.
I only know first two.
Okay, first two.
Okay, first two.
How many of them?
So it's first 2.5.
Okay.
Yeah, actually.
Okay, 2.5.
How many ever you know? How much ever you know?
Aham sarvasya prabhavah mattah sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha macchitta madgata pranaha bodhayantah parasparam kathayantascha nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha tesha satata yuktanam bhajatam niti purvakam. That's all I know.
How old are you?
7.
In the way how each syllable syllable that he has pronounced is very clear, and he has given like the pauses at very correctly. Yes, very properly. Very nice. Is Amrita participating? Come. Next. Let's give a round of applause to Amrita. Next, Anish.
Hare Krishna. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam prabhattate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha machchita matka prana bodhayanta parasparam katayantascha mam nityam tashyante cha jamantitaha Tesham sakatayuktanam pachatam iti purvakam tattami buddha yogantam enamam buddhiyanti te.
Is there anyone under 10 who is participating? Because next they are going, who did not do the shloka part? Because they can all go for coloring. If they are all done under 10, they can all go for coloring with Arna.
Like 4 days.
Are you participating in coloring? Okay, Anish, next. Next turn is Anish.
Hare Krishna. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha. I am the source of all material and spiritual worlds. Everything emanates from me. Those who know this engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts. Machchita madgata prana bodhayanta parasparam katayanta shamam nityam dushyanti charamanti cha. Minds and thoughts of pure devotees are always devoted to me. They enjoy preaching themselves and talking about me every day. They experience profound happiness and peace through spiritual devotion and practice. Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam tadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti te. To those who are constantly devoted to serving me with love, I give them the intelligence by which they can come to me. Tesham evunakam partam aham ajnana jamtamaha nashayami atma bhavasto jnana deepena bhashvata. To give them special mercy, I destroy all the darkness in their hearts born of ignorance with the shining lamp of knowledge. Thank you.
All the translation.
Now there is going to be a tough competition between the kids and the adults. Is there any other child whom I missed? There is one more name, Anirudh. Is Masri Mataji, they are here? Oh. Okay. Maybe once they are here, he can participate. I request if someone can ask the kids who are not into coloring, can they all come over here? Because we don't want them to disturb others. So we are heading to the adults part now. And the first one is Prakash Prabhu. First one is Prakash Prabhu. Haribol!
Haribol. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate
iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvita. Bhagavan Sri Krishna says, I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. To those who knows this, engage in my devotional service and serving me with all love. Machita matkata prana bodhayantam parasparam katayantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. Minds and hearts of my pure devotees are devoted to me. They enjoy preaching among themselves and talking about me every day. They experience profound happiness and peace through pure devotional service and practice. Tesham sadata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogantam enamam upayantite. To those who devoted to my service with love, I give them real knowledge through which they can come to me. Tesham evanukam pardam aham agnana jam tamaha gnanayami atma bhavasto Tesham evanukam pardam aham agnana jam tamaha nashayami atma bhavastu gnana deepena bhashvata. To show my devotees special mercy, I destroy all the darkness in their hearts born out of ignorance with the shining lamp of knowledge. Haribo.
Big Haribo. From your heart. Next, Prashant. And next is Mohit Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Hare Krishna. Today I am going to recite verses 8, 9, 10 and 11 from chapter 10 of Bhagavad Gita. After each verse I will try to tell the translation as well. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha. I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. The wise who perfectly know this engage in my devotional service and they worship me with their all hearts. Machita madgata prana bodhayanta parasparam kadayam tascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me. Their lives are fully devoted to me and they derive great satisfaction and bliss always from enlightening one another and conversing about me. Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam enamam upayantite. To those who constantly devoted to my service with love, I give them the understanding by which they can come to me. Tesham evanukampardam aham ajnanajam tamaha nasayami atma bhavasto jnana deepena bhasvata. To show them the special mercy, I dwelling in their hearts destroy with the shining lamp of knowledge the ignorance born out of the darkness born out of their ignorance. Hare Krishna.
It's wonderful how Prabhu has remembered each and every translation and with very nice understanding of the verse. So thank you, Prabhu.
All adults. So next is Mohit.
Let's welcome Mohit Prabhu with a big round of applause. Next is Deepti Mataji. At least one.
You can try. How many others you know?
It's okay.
No losers. Everyone. You can go at the end if you like. You can practice as everyone.
By the time I think we reach at the end, we will know the shloka also.
अहम सर्वस्य प्रभवो मत्ता अहम सर्वस्य प्रभवो मत्ता सर्वं प्रवर्तते इति मत्वा भजन्ते मां बुद्धा भाव समन्विता. Okay, I don't remember the translation, but I will try to explain my own words, what I understand from this verse. So here the Lord is saying that He is the source of all the material and spiritual words, and everything emanates from Him. And with this understanding, His devotees worship Him every day, always, and with that understanding and with the pure love in their heart, with the bhava samavita. Macchitta madgata pranam bodhayanta parasparam kathyantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. Again, I don't remember the translation, but I try to explain based on the word meanings. So, the thoughts of my devotees dwell in me, and they dedicate their life towards me. And Machita Madhyata Pranam Bodhiyanta Prasparam. Yeah. And they always converse about me, and they talk about me, and they're always involved in discussing about me among themselves. And by doing that, they achieve the full satisfaction and complete bliss. Next is Tesham Satata Yuktanam Bhajatam Priti Purvakam Dadami Aham Dadami Bodha Yogam Tam Egena Mamupyantite. Yeah, again the translation is these devotees Tesham Satata Yeah. So these devotees are always worshipping me, and with that, by doing that, I give them the intelligence by which they can come to me. They can attain me. Next verse is Tesham evanukampartham aham ajnanajam tama nashyami atma bhavasto jnana deepena bhashata. So again, the translation is these to these devotees, to show my special mercy, I remove the ignorance of their heart by burning the lamp of the knowledge.
It shows that how Mohit Prabhu have understood the verse very nicely that you are putting in your own words. Like putting in our own words is more difficult than just by hearting and reciting it. So thank you so much. Next, Dipti Mataji, would you like to try? No, next. Sandhya Mataji. Let's welcome Sandhya Mataji. After Sandhya Mataji, it's Sumit Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Today I am going to recite Chatur Shloki from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 10. The first two shlokas talk about what devotees do to Krishna, and the last two shlokas talk about what Krishna does to the devotees. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvita. Here God declares, that He's the source of the material and spiritual world, and everything emanates from Him. At the will of Lord Krishna, this cosmic world is manifested. So, whoever understands this truth will always engage in serving Krishna with devotion and with love in their heart. Macchitta madgata prana bodayanta parasparam kadayantascha mam nityam tushyanti charamanti cha. The thoughts of pure devotees dwell in Krishna's heart, and the devotees who serve the God by discussing or conversing about Lord with each other will definitely get enlightened and get pure satisfaction. Tesham satata yuktanam Tesham satata yuktanam vajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti te. The devotees who are constantly engaged in serving Lord, the Lord will give them more understanding to bring them closer to Him. Tesham evanukam partam aham ajnanajam tama nashayami atma bhavasto jnanadipena basvata. Here Krishna says whoever is constantly worshipping Krishna, he would remove the ignorance in them and impart knowledge, like the shining light removes the darkness. And all okay. I think and also I want to tell, like, the devotees who understand that Krishna is eternal, immortal, unborn and transcendental. This is what I have been learning past 6 months, and I would definitely say Krishna is going to preserve those great souls. Yeah. Believe in Krishna and please serve Krishna with love in your heart. Yeah. And I remember one thing as I'm reciting this: a family which sings together will cling together. Yeah.
Haribo!
Thank you for this opportunity. I never thought, but I want to still speak of Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you, Sadhya Mataji. Sadhya Mataji was so involved that she didn't want him to stop at 4. Thank you. Next is Sumit Prabhu. Let's welcome Sumit Prabhu and his coming here. Next is Anshika.
Hare Krishna, everyone.
Hare Krishna.
Pull it up.
This one.
I'll go. You want to take this, I just can hold you. Push it.
Thank you. Aham sarvasya prabhavo. Aham sarvasya prabhavo. Mata sarvam pravartate. Itam iti matva bhajante mam. Buddha bhava samanvita. Machita madgat prana. Bodhiyanta parasparam katyantan shamam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha tesham
Satat.
Tesham satata purvakam. Tesham satata yuktanam. Bhajatam priti purvakam. Dadami buddhi yogatam. Yenamam upiyanti te. And Tesham ivanukampa Tesham ivanukampa Pumsa Tesham ivanukampartham aham agyanam jam tam nashyami nashyami atma bhavam tam Jnanadeepen bhavsta. I think, I was reading through the verses and was trying to recall. It reminded that yes, first of all, the way Lord Krishna is explaining is that first of all is like once you start doing it, that how you start feeling about the things, and the second thing is that meaning gradual reciprocation is that you start feeling satisfaction and bliss, and then as you become much more into loving ecstasy, as you start developing that bhav inside yourself, then the Lord starts reciprocating more, and then He destroys our impurifications much more. And that's what He says in the last verse, is that while situating in the heart, He kills the darkness born out of ignorance. Thank you so much for helping me out.
Thank you, Prabhu. It's a teamwork.
If you get a prize, you should share it with us.
I like the way how Sumit Prabhu have summarized all the 4 verses shortly, briefly, very nicely. Thank you. Next is Anshika Mataji.
Hare Krishna. So, what I learned these 4 shlokas is the Chaturshloki Gita from 10th chapter is a summary of, wherein the Lord explained who the Lord is, how their devotees engage in the conversations and talk about the Lord, and then finally how the Lord helps them to come to Him. So the first verse goes like, Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha. Here the Lord is saying that I am the source of all the spirit, and my heart is beating. Okay, so I am the source of all the spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. Those who are wise and who understand this are fully devoted in my worship and in my devotional service. The second one says, Machita madgata prana bodhayanta parasparam katyantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. So therein Lord is telling that the heart and the lives of my devotees dwell in me. They worship me with all their hearts, and they keep sharing and talking to each other, conversing about me, and they keep enlightening each other by talking about me. The third verse is Tesham satada yuktanam bhajtam priti purvakam
तेषां सततयुक्तानां भजतां प्रीतिपूर्वकं ददामि बुद्धियोगं तं येन मामुपयान्ति ते. So those who do my worship with all their heart and love, I give them the knowledge by which they can come to me. And the last verse goes, Tesham evanu kampartham aham ajnanajam tamha. Aham ajnanajam tamha. Nashyami atma bhavasto jnana deepena bhasvita. So in the last verse, Lord says that those who, to show them special mercy by dwelling in the hearts of my devotees, I, with the shining lamp of knowledge, take away their ignorance, take away the darkness of their ignorance by the shining lamp of knowledge. Thank you.
Everyone should clap loudly. I'm sure it's going to be a tough competition between the adults, right? Lot of pressure on you judges. Next is Rupal Mataji.
Hare Krishna. I'm going to recite Chaturshloki of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 10.8, 9, 10, 11. Aham sarvasya prabhavo mata sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha machchita madagata prana bodhayanta parasparam kathayantascha mam nityam tusyanti charamanti cha तेषां सततयुक्तानां भजतां प्रीतिपूर्वकं ददामि बुद्धियोगं तं येन मामुपयान्ति ते. तेषाम् एवानुकम्पार्थम् अहम् अज्ञानजं तमः नाशयामि आत्मा भावस्थो ज्ञानदीपेन भास्वता.
Thank you, Rupal Mataji. It was wonderful. Next is Balaji Prabhu.
Balaji ji.
After Balaji Prabhu is Venu Gopal Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
अहम सर्वस्य प्रभवो मत्ता सर्वं प्रवर्तते इति मत्वा भजन्ते मां बुधा भावा समन्वितः. So in this verse, the God is Supreme God is saying like He is the creator of all spiritual and material worlds, and this is also proven as per the Atharva Veda and Narayana Upanishads. So the wise person herein say means like the person who reads these scriptures with the guidance from the bona fide spiritual master, understands this concept, and he spends all his life and time devoting to Lord Krishna. Machchita madgata prana bodhayanta parasparam kadayantasya mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. So in these words, so it's the qualities and characteristics of the pure devotee are described here, like how the devotees spend their time and life. So they are enlightened and they experience a lot of bliss, talking about the God, about his superior qualities and his past lifetime. Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam enamam upayanti te. So in this verse, so the God is saying, whoever devotes their life in the devotion of service of the Lord Krishna, he will give the understanding by which he can come to him. So especially here the Buddhi Yoga, means like whatever action is done in Krishna consciousness, it is called Buddhi Yoga. There are actually 3 types of yoga. Like if people are inclined towards material activities, it's called Karma Yoga. But if people understand the goal of life is Krishna, but still they are not speculating just based on mental speculation, but not through devotional service, it's called Jnana Yoga. But if people are actually spending their time in the devotion of Krishna, it's called the Buddhi Yoga. So through Buddhi Yoga, the God is saying the devotees can come to him. Tesham evanukampardam aham ajnana Tesham evanukampardam aham ajnana jam tamaha nashayami atma bhavasto jnana deepena bhasvatam. So in this verse, so the God is saying like, whoever devotes their life in the devotion of the Lord Krishna, he will show the light through which the devotees can come to him. So basically like the living entity, his heart and soul is being contaminated with all from the material activities for millions of years of life. So, but if one is really in Krishna consciousness, the Krishna is always present in the heart of the pure devotees, and like similar to the sun god, he will at once dissipate all these impurities from the heart of the pure devotee, and that will help him come to the God, Lord Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Very beautiful, Balaji Prabhu. Thank you. Let's welcome Venugopal Prabhu. Next is Ramesh Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Close.
There are actually 700 verses in Bhagavad Gita. We cannot recite all of them now. But that's why Krishna gave us these 4 verses, which has complete essence of Bhagavad Gita. And in the first 2 verses, what devotees will do, how the characteristics of devotees, and then what they do for Krishna. And the second 2 verses, how Krishna receives them and show the mercy on the devotees. So, yeah, so there's 4 verses goes like this. This is called Chaturshloki Bhagavad Gita. The first one is Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha. I am the source of all material and spiritual worlds, and everything emanates from me. The wise who knows this will devote their lives to me in my devotion, in my service, and worship me with all their hearts. Second one, the Matchitta Matgata Prana Bodhayanta Pravartate Matchitta Matgata Prana Bodhayanta Parasparam Kadayanta Shamam Nityam Tushyanti Charamanti Cha. The thoughts of my devotees will dwell in me and my service, and they devote their lives to me in my service, and they derive great satisfaction and bliss by enlightening each other and conversing about me.
third one. Tesham satatayuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam tadami buddhi yogantam ena mamupayanti te. For those who constantly serving me with and devote their lives to my service, I dwell in their hearts and I give them understanding so that by which they can come to me. The fourth one. Teshamevanukampardam aham ajnanajam tamaha nasayamyatma bhavasto jnanadipena bhashvata. So, here, to show them special mercy, I dwell in their hearts and destroy destroy with a shining lamp of knowledge all the darkness caused by the ignorance. So these are the 4 answers.
Thank you, Venu Prabhuji. Next is Ramesh Prabhu. After Ramesh Prabhu is Madhavi Lata Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Okay, 10.8. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matha sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam Buddha bhava samanvitaha. So in this the translation is Krishna says I am the source of all material and spiritual world, and everything emanates from Krishna. Whoever understands this, wise and intelligent people who understands this will worship Krishna with all devotion in all their hearts. So 10.9 is Machitta Madgata Prana Bodhayanta Parasparam Tusyan Katayantascha Mamnityam Tusyanticha Ramanticha. So devotees who worship Krishna and discuss about Krishna so they derive satisfaction and bliss because of the discussion or conversations they have about the Krishna. 10 is Tesam Satadayuktanam Bhajatam Priti Purvakam Dadami Buddhi Yogantam Enamam Upayantite. So in this the translation is Krishna shows the it gives them intelligence for the pure devotees who always worships him, so they can reach Krishna, or they can go back to Krishna. And 10.11 is Tesam Evanu Kampartam Aham Ajnana Jamtamaha Nasayamyatma Bhavasto Jnanadipena Bhasvata. So in this the translation is Krishna destroys the ignorance or removes the ignorance by giving them the or shining the lamps of knowledge in their hearts, in the devotees.
Thank you, Ramesh Prabhu. It's wonderful that you have recited all the shlokas and all the translation with such a ease. Thank you so much. Next is Madhavi Lata Mataji. After Madhavi Lata Mataji, it's Madhavi.
pages.
Next, whoever are my height should get ready. That's the plan. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
I would like to start off by showing gratitude to Lord Krishna for allowing me to recite his verses. I obviously did not prepare, so thank you to Prakash Prabhuji for getting me this printout, so I can just read the shlokas. And thank you Shama Mataji for allowing me. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam Buddha Bhava Samanvitaha. Lord Krishna is the source of all spiritual and material worlds, and everything emanates from him. Those who know him very well engage in his devotional service and worship him with all their pure love and with dedication. Machita matgata prana bodhayantah parasparam katayantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. Minds and thoughts of my pure devotees are devoted to Lord Krishna. They enjoy preaching themselves and talking about Lord Krishna every day in whatever activity they get involved. They experience profound happiness and peace through spiritual devotion and regular practice. Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti te. To those who are constantly devoted to serving Lord Krishna with love, Lord Krishna gives them real intelligence by which they can just go to him and just get liberated after leaving this material body. Tesham evanukam partam aham agnanajam tamaha nashayam yatma bhavasto gnana deepena bhavasta. To show the devotees special mercy, Lord Krishna destroys all the darkness in their hearts born of ignorance, and he just shines them with the lamp of knowledge so that they can get to understand him and get liberated. Thank you. And apologies for any mistakes. I definitely made a lot of mistakes. Thanks for that.
There are no mistakes when we have like open shit. But I'm sure Krishna is certainly pleased by your attempt. You know, the intention to attempt itself is very important. So I'm sure Krishna is certainly pleased, and I'm very happy that you were able to attempt. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Madhavi.
Thank you for that.
Next is Madhavi Mataji. After Madhavi Mataji is Chakri Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, everyone.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, first 10.8. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha. Here the Lord Krishna is saying he is the source of all the spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from him, and the wise who understand this perfectly, they will engage in his devotional service and worship him with all their hearts. Now 10.9. Machitta madgata prana bodhayanta parasparam katayantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. Here Lord Krishna is saying the hearts of pure devotees.
Without the ones like you, we're no matter your industry, great.
So the translation for this verse is, the Lord Krishna is saying the hearts of pure devotees dwell in me. They engage all their they engage in devotional service of Lord Krishna all their lives, and they derive great bliss and satisfaction by talking with each other about Lord Krishna. So 10.10 is Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti te. Here Lord Krishna is saying to those who love and constantly to those who love Lord Krishna and constantly serve him, he gives them understanding by which they can reach him. 10.11 Tesham evanu kampartam aham ajnana jamtamaha nashayami atmadipena नाशयामि आत्मभावस्तु ज्ञानदीपेन भास्वतः. So here Lord Krishna is saying that let me recollect. So to show them the special mercy, he is going to remove the darkness in the hearts of the devotees by lighting the special lamp of knowledge. Thank you. After Shakri Prabhu, it is Sakshi Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam bhuta bhava samanvitaha madchitta madgata prana bodhayanta parasparam. Madchitta madgata prana bodhayanta parasparam kathayantasya mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti te tesham eva anukampartham aham ajnanajam tama nasayami atma bhavostu jnanadipena bhasvata. In short, these 4 verses talks about the very basic things that we as humans have questions about, right? Where did this whole universe come from? Why is that we have to worship Lord Krishna? What does Krishna give us? And what happens when we worship Lord Krishna? Very good.
After Sakshi Mataji, it is Anu Prabhu, Anukrati Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, everyone.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Shyam Prabhu and Shyam Mataji, for giving this platform to all of us to learn these shlokas. Otherwise, I think I would have never done that. And I have just tried to learn 3 shlokas, so we'll try to attend them. Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Prabhu, you have to stay there. Prabhu, stay there. Yeah. Okay. You want to see Krishna movie? Want to go see Krishna movie? Want to go Krishna movie? No? It's 5 minutes.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo buddha bhava samanvita.
You can start it.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo buddha bhava matha sarvam pravartita
इति मत्वा भजन्ति मां बुद्धभावा समन्विता मच्चिता मद्गता प्राणा बोधयन्ता परस्परम् कथयन्तश्च मां नित्यं तुष्यन्ति च रमन्ति च तेषां स्तुतियुक्तवं भजतां प्रीति पूर्वकं ददामि बुद्धिं तं येन माम् उपयति च. Thank you so much. The summary of all these 4 shlokas is the very basic thing which I have been hearing from very childhood, that God is always there with open arms waiting for you. So, and whenever you come closer to Him, He will try to reciprocate more than what you come. So, like if you take 1 step, He will take 10 steps towards you. That's exactly what is explained in the summary of all these 4 verses. Thank you.
Thank you, Sakshi Mataji. You have told the essence of entire Bhagavad Gita in a gist. So thank you. It's Anu Prabhu, and after that, at end. After Anu Prabhu, it is Vijayata Mataji.
Hare Krishna, everyone. I mentioned this last week and I'll say this again. So first of all, thank you for the opportunity. I mean, this is something that I always wanted to do, but I think I would never have done in my life. But thank you for the opportunity. And then another observation is that it was a great experience doing it as a family. With young Anisha, she's 6 years old, just learning with her, practicing with her, it was a great experience. So thank you. I'll share all my learning and knowledge from what I've learned from these 4 verses. May not be the perfect translation, but my understanding. First of all, first thing I want to mention is that this is the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. This is also known as Vibhuti Yoga. One thing I learned about it is the significance that before this chapter, the Gita is all about Arjun's questions and curiosity. He's asking Krishna, what does that mean? What does this mean? And Krishna is explaining, right? When Vibhuti Yoga comes, right, I mean, this is the important point where Arjun feels content that he's understood the knowledge, and these 4 verses are the most critical verses of Gita in a way. So I think that was one thing that dwelled on me, that okay, it was such these 4 verses are really important. So I'll start with the verses. The first word is that Aham Sarvasya Prabhavo. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha. In this verse, Krishna is saying that everything emanates from me. Everything is, like, I'm the source of everything and everything emanates from me. I think the important part that I take away from here is that Krishna didn't have to repeat words, but he repeated the word everything twice. He really wants us to understand everything comes from him, and it's just not it comes from him, it's also emanates from him. What it means that it's also maintained by him and it's kind of dwells in him. And then he says that those who understand him are wise, and they are fully devoted in worship and devotion to Krishna. The next verse, the 9th verse is Machita matkata prana bodhayantam parasparam kathayantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. In this verse, Krishna is telling us that his true devotees who truly love them, the joy and the bliss, the satisfaction they get from reciting, from singing, from sharing glories of Krishna with each other. I think we all get a taste of this when we come every Saturday here and do the kirtans. So it's just a small taste of what we get. But Krishna is saying there's a lot more that's in store for us. The third verse is Tesham satata yuktanam vachitam priti purvakam abdadami buddhi yogam tam yena mamupayanti te. In this verse, Krishna is telling us that if you are truly a devotee of Krishna, right? I mean, I think the keyword for me here was constant. So you can't be devotee to Krishna whenever you have problems or whenever you're facing challenges in life. You have to be constantly a devotee. In a nutshell, what Krishna is saying, that if you, like, I don't know what word to use, but if you put a hand out for me, I will put my hand out to you, right? So he's saying that those who are truly devoted to his service, he shows them the path on how to attain him and he enlightens them. The fourth verse is, Tesham evanu kampartham aham ajnana jam tamaha nashyami atma bhavasto jnana deepena bhasvata. In this verse, Krishna is saying what happens once he puts his hand out to you and pulls you. He's telling that what he does is that he shows mercy, and with that mercy he destroys all the bliss, all the darkness that comes out of all the ignorance that we have, and he lightens the knowledge, the light of knowledge to just enlighten us. Yeah. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Anuprabhu. I think it is, even though they have started coming recently, it shows like how much understanding you have got about Krishna consciousness. Thank you so much. Next is Vijayata Mataji. After Vijayata Mataji is Bhavani Mataji. Bhavani Mataji. Srinivas Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. I'll try my best. Aham sarvasya prabho matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante ma bhula bhava samanvita machitta matpita prana bodhayanta paraspara katayantascha mam nityam tusyanti cha ramanti cha tesam satatayuktanam Vajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogantam yena mam upayanti te tesam evan kampartam aham ajnanajam tamaham nasayam atma bhavasto jnana deepena bhavastaha. Thank you.
It's wonderful how Vijayata Mataji and entire family have performed. There are like few families who have participated, like entire family, and it's actually beneficial when the entire family is participating. They can all recite together. Thank you, Vijayata Mataji and Srinivas Prabhu. After Srinivas Prabhu, Manju Mataji.
Hare Krishna. First I'll recite the shlokas and then I'll try to explain what I understood. Aham sarvasya prabhavaha mattas sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha macchitta madgata pranaha bodhayantah parasparam kathayantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha tesham satatayuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mamupayanti te teshamevanukampartham ahamajnanajam tamaha nashayamyatma bhavasthaha jnanadipena bhasvata. So, as we know, Bhagavad Gita is the essence of all the Upanishads put together that Krishna himself says in the Bhagavad Gita. And out of that Bhagavad Gita also, this is the essence, the 4 shlokas, Chatushloki that we call it. And in this, Bhagavan Krishna is explaining that Aham Sarvasya Prabhavaha. Prabhava is the first year in the 60-year cycle that, at least in Telugu states, that we follow. So Prabhava means start, like everything starts from me. And in the next sentence, he reinforces that saying, Aham Sarvasya Prabhavaha, I start everything and everything starts from me. So in a way, he is emphasizing twice. It's more of when we speak to each other also. If we speak 2 times, that means we are emphasizing on something. So that's what Krishna does here. So what he's saying is everything emanates from me, and the people that actually realize this fact and that sees me in every single person around them, every single being around them, they will certainly be very, very happy with the Katha Kalakshepa, where they talk about Krishna's stories, they talk about Krishna's deeds, not only Krishna's deeds, the other avatars as well, whether it is Narasimha or whether Rama. So, this gives them a lot of, this essentially guides them in their path towards attaining Krishna, and this in a way, this Katha Kalakshepa, Nama Sankirtana, it in a way dispels the ignorance that is built into us for any number of lives that we may have taken so far, and that Krishna does it with the lamp of Jnana. So that's the essence that I understood. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you,
I think we
Srivas
don't need
Prabhu.
judges.
It was so melodious. Your reciting of the shlokas were so melodious, and the understanding of the translations were also very really good. Thank you so much. Now, Manju Mataji. For Manju Mataji, we are going to have a special judge.
Mataji, you are making me nervous.
Hare Krishna, I am going to recite Chatushloki shloka. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravattate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvita machchita madgata prana bodhayanta parasparam iti कदयन्तश्च मां नित्यं तुष्यन्ति चारमन्ति च तेषां सततयुक्तानां भजतां प्रीतिपूर्वकं ददामि बुद्धियोगं तां येन माम् उपयान्ति ते तेषामेवानुकम्पार्थम् अहम् अज्ञानजं तमः नाशयामि आत्मभावस्थो ज्ञानदीपेन भास्वता. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Manju Mataji. It was very nice. Do we have anyone? Did I miss anyone? Or is there anyone who would like to participate?
Mataji yourself, yeah, I was gonna say. Not for participation, but for our inspiration and.
Dipti Mataji, would you like to?
Yeah.
Let's give a round of
Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta.
No, this is perfect actually. It has to be very close.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam bodha bhava samanvitaha Machita matkata prana bodhayantas parasparam katayantas pramam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha.
Haribol!
Thank you, Diti Mataji, for trying, for attempting. Thank you. So now we will move into the speech and
Mataji, you and Prabhuji, for our inspiration, not for competition, for our inspiration. Please.
Should we take a break after this? We have limited time also. We can
Just 2 minutes will take.
Okay,
2 minutes. Not take more than 2 minutes. Yes, yes.
We'll do it together. Safe step. 1, 2, 3, go.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha machchita madgata prana bodhayanta parasparam kathayantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogantam yena mamupayanti te Tesham evanukampatham aham ajnana jantamaha nashayami atma bhavasto jnana deepena bhashvataha.
Haribol.
We'll please take it.
Yeah, we'll take a short break. We'll all do Gauranga Nityananda. And then if anyone would like to drink water, take a water break, bathroom break, yes.
Okay. Please stretch your legs, hands. Okay, this time we will have Gauranga this time. There are more men. Okay, so we will add these three also in this group. Okay, Gauranga this side, Nityananda this side. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Gauranga! Nityananda! 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 Gauranga! Gauranga! Nityananda! 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 Gauranga! Okay, 1 minute water break and then we'll all assemble back.
Yeah. Gita. You get like I think they're judging the kids competition right now.
I won the kids competition.
Going to the
No, did you myself? I even won. Okay, then you probably.
Hare Krishna. I request everyone to come back. We're gonna start the speech now. We are already at 7 o'clock and we have a lot of participants to go through speech also. Please come back. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Rishik, wherever you are please requested to come here. He is the first one to do the speech. I don't know the paper, Mataji. I don't know who's next. Can you give me the paper? Okay, after Rishik, Shahashra. But she doesn't. No, Shrestha, sorry, Shrestha. She has to give the speech from now. Rishik. So after Shrestha, Shriyan. Shrestha and Shriyan, I request you to come here and start your speech, please. Not participating? Okay, Shriyan, come. What about Rishi, Mataji? Okay, not. Alright. Everyone, please give a big Hari Bol to Shriyan for the speech. Please follow the speech. Shriyan is going to start the speech. Today's speech topic is why spirituality is needed in today's world. So Shriyan will start. Hare Krishna.
Can anyone have a stopwatch? So the way how the speech would work is the time limit is 3 minutes, and when it is 2.5 minutes, Mataji will ring like this once, and when it is already 3 minutes, then she will continuously ring until you are stopping. So we have a hard stop for 3 minutes.
3 minutes must Mataji or whatever?
No, 3 minutes maximum.
Maximum 3 minutes.
Hare Krishna everyone.
Hare Krishna.
Today, I'll be sharing with you 3 reasons why the modern world needs spirituality. 1. It gives us inner peace. 2. It makes us find a purpose. And 3. It lets us build kind communities. The first reason is inner peace and happiness. In today's busy world, people often feel stressed and unhappy. Spirituality, like chanting and meditation, helps us find calmness and joy inside ourselves. Like the Bhagavad Gita 2.66 says, when we connect with Krishna, we can find true peace, like an anchor keeps a ship steady in a storm. So the difficulties in life do not disturb our peace as much, and our senses don't drag us down. Next, spirituality gives us purpose and meaning is the second reason. Many people feel lost because they don't know what their life's purpose is. As the famous quote says, if you don't know where you're going, any path will take you there. Spirituality helps us understand our purpose by guiding us to serve and love Krishna. It's like having Google Maps that shows us the right direction in life. Finally, the third reason is spirituality builds kindness and community. It encourages us to be kind and caring for others. This is important for creating strong and loving communities. Srila Prabhupada emphasized the importance of compassion and helping each other. The Bhagavad Gita 5.18 says, "A learned man sees all living entities with equal vision." This means we should see everyone with kindness and respect, building communities like a family. If the entire world becomes spiritual, then everyone can live cooperatively. In conclusion, why does the modern world need spirituality? There are 3 reasons why. Just like an anchor keeps a ship steady in a storm, spirituality helps us stay calm and focused in tough times. And like a Google Maps guides a traveler, spirituality guides our souls, helping us live better, kinder lives. Thank you for listening.
You can suggest if they can do without looking would be better. If it's just reading, they may not get as many marks. So, you will appreciate them participating. If they're not going to participate, better they read.
So we request everyone to try presenting without seeing, without open sheet. You will get extra marks for not seeing, and you can put it in your own words, whatever come from your heart. If you have not prepared, whatever you understand, but try not to use your papers. But if you are not have prepared, and if you would like to present, and if you want to use your paper, that is fine as well. Next is Arush.
I will adjust Arush.
That's okay, yeah.
After Arush is Anish.
So why does our world need spirituality? Before I can tell you why our world needs spirituality, I'll tell you about someone who has used it to become very successful. I'm sure every one of you knows who Gukesh Domaraju is. He just won the World Chess Championship.
Yes.
And after his game, he reflected upon the spirituality that he did. He said that he practiced yoga on a daily basis, and it led him to be more mentally active. So now I'll go over 3 reasons why our world needs spirituality. Number 1, our world needs spirituality because it protects us from bad external factors. Number 2, we can introspect things rather than judge them. And number 3, we have a higher level of consciousness than just us as a human. We understand the entire world. So, not being affected by bad external factors. How does this happen? So, practicing spirituality, it makes you more conscious, and you know if you're going on the right path or not. Just 1 second, sorry. And in no matter what situation you're in, you always know that Lord Krishna always loves you. You always will have that in your heart, and you'll always feel stable in any given moment. Number 2, it allows you to introspect rather than judge. Spirituality, it makes you focus on the small, like hidden details behind people's actions, like their selflessness or gratitude, rather than how their hair is and what clothes they are wearing. So you will feel more like connected to other people. And then my third reason is you no longer judge the world based on yourself. You know that there's a bigger purpose to life. And a way to practice spirituality for everyone here is to chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, because it makes you more happy. It makes you like lose yourself in devotion. And yeah, I feel like that's the best form of spirituality that each of us can practice on a daily basis. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Arush, for profound realizations. You're beautiful. Next is
And he did
Anish.
most of speech without looking at the paper, so that was amazing.
Don't look as much as possible. As much as possible.
After Anish, Rishik.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
In a world of many materialistic things and self-gratification, spirituality is very important. So, whenever we're thinking bad, spirituality, it helps us move, it helps us think good and then move in the right direction. Without spirituality at all in this world will be a bad, bad place where everyone will be committing sins, and like knowingly or unknowingly, meaning like everybody's doing bad. But spirituality helps us do good things and please the Lord so we can upgrade and move to the spiritual world. Spirituality helps us focus on spiritual things rather than materialistic things. Helping the needy people is equivalent to serving God, or Manava Sevaye Madhava Seva. Spirituality helps us determine what's right and what's wrong. There is something called karma where our soul accumulates by our actions. For example, if we do good things pleasing the Lord, we'll accumulate good karma, while if we commit sins and do bad things, we'll accumulate bad karma. This is why it's very important to maintain spirituality and follow it and worship the Lord. In conclusion, without spirituality, this world and everywhere will be a bad place, but spirituality helps everyone focus and be good overall. Thank you.
Thank you, Anish. Next is Rishik, and after Rishik, it is
Hare Krishna. So everyone should know who's Srila Prabhupada, because he was the one who spreaded Krishna consciousness to the world, and he had Krishna truly in his heart. And also, if you chant Hare Krishna and talk about him most of the time, you will live a peaceful and happy life. And if you do some bad or good stuff, for example, if you do bad stuff, you will be in a bad form in your next life. Or if you are good, you will be a good person good thing in your next life.
Very good, Rishi.
Done?
Yeah.
Okay.
Haribo! Every word came from his heart.
He didn't prepare, so.
Thank you, Rishi. Beautiful.
Good, Tata.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Are there any kids who would like to? I think Kovi was.
Yeah, I got
Other than Kovi, is Abhiram and Anirudh here?
No,
She can. Yeah.
No, they were not. They couldn't make it today.
Yes. Come. Let's welcome Kartika.
Hare Krishna. Okay, so I didn't really prepare anything. I'm just saying what comes to my heart right now. But wait,
You get
so
extra
the
points for that.
So the question was, why is spirituality important in this material? So why is spirituality? Okay, so this is not something. So this is all just something I've learned from the past like 1 year after coming here. Something that really stuck to me. I don't know when it was, but it's just really stuck to me. It's why we need it is because Bhagavad Gita or spirituality is like a manual to this world. That's something that really keeps me coming here, I guess. So because I see so many people living, they're just living, but they have so many relationships, they have so many, they have so much time, but they don't really use it for anything. It's just purposeless. But when I come here, I realize a lot of, I build a lot of strong relationships with people, and I realized a lot of things after coming to this class, you know? So spirituality really is like a manual to your life. Spirituality, right? It's a place where it doesn't really matter who you are, but everybody can come together. So I come here for the prasadam, I'm gonna be honest. But whether it's kirtan, dancing, singing, philosophy, whatever it is, everybody can join. It's not something that some people are blocked off, some people can come in. So it's just one place where it doesn't matter where you came from, who you are, everybody comes in, everybody enjoys it together. So I think that's why modern world, everybody's discriminating. We have so many problems of race, social, we have so many problems. But like I come to ISKCON, I don't see anyone doing that. I see everyone dancing together and enjoying. So I think that's why modern world needs spirituality.
Very deep realizations that Kartika had, and it's such a beautiful way of presenting. She mentioned that it's fun to be in Krishna conscious, it's fun to be in spirituality. And in modern world, everyone misses that. Everyone feel whoever is not spiritual, they feel that these guys, whoever is spiritual, they are missing out so many things. But when Kartika mentioned, I liked to come to temple for prasadam. We ourselves go to temple for prasadam as well, and then of course kirtan, singing, dancing, and a lot. It's a happening place, I would say. Thank you, Kartika.
Impromptu speech.
Is there any other child who would like to do Kovi? Sorry, yes.
And Satya also, I think. Satya. Satya also, Kovi. After Kovi, Satya. Kovi, you want help? You need help? This is fine. You got it.
Hare Krishna. Today I'm going to be talking about why spirituality is important in Kali Yuga. So for my first reason, I think people have easy access to religious scriptures, but they don't use it right because they don't they just want to do whatever they want, bad things, compared to doing being Krishna conscious. For my second reason, Lord Krishna himself says in the Bhagavad Gita that Kali Yuga is like also going to be known as the Dark Age, where like people are like mostly going to be like it's like where spirituality isn't going to be like as important compared to like material things. So, and then for my third reason, when people like are like doing like meat eating, drinking and stuff, like it creates like bad karma, and then like that bad karma is gonna like follow them for millions of lifetimes, and they're gonna have to like take millions and millions of births again. And when you're like living spiritually, you don't have to like go through the pain of like living like so many lifetimes. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you, Komi. It was wonderful. Now is Satya, and after Satya, we are moving to Adams.
You want to hold it?
So the topic is why we need spirituality in this Kali Yuga. So Kali Yuga is said to be a time of darkness where people are furthest away from Krishna, and they don't practice spirituality. They practice things like meat eating, drinking, and illicit relationships, stuff like that. So, and it's very prominent in this day and age that, like, especially in America, if you go to like a random street, you'll probably see a bar open and people are drinking there and stuff. So it's very prominent that they're not like thinking properly, and they don't have good consciousness. And spirituality is said to be like a map which guides you back to Krishna and can help you navigate through life. And I was watching this video from Srila Prabhupada, and he was talking about how people are more selfish now. And even the previous Gita class, we were talking about selfishness as well. And we were talking about how if you take a deep breath in, you can't just take everything in. You can't be selfish about how much air you take. You have to also give back out. So you have to eventually give back out whatever you take back in. So, but people in this day and age, they want more money, they want more houses. Even though they have one family, they want more houses, they want more cars. So everything is about this is they want more and more. They want more materialistic stuff. They don't want more spiritual stuff. So they're not ready to be in the consciousness that Krishna is inside of you, and he wants to make you better and make you more spiritual, and eventually you can come back to him. Also by reading the scriptures like the Ramayana, it said that you could like, for example, Rama is in the Ramayana is he is exiled from Ayodhya for 14 years, but he instead of being very like malicious about why he got exiled, he understands and accepts, and he forgives his father. I mean, it wasn't his fault, but he forgives his father for doing that, and he eventually goes back and comes back and becomes a king of Ayodhya. And by reading scriptures like this, we're able to understand, and we are more forgiving and more conscious about how you're experiencing life. And especially because people are so selfish, they have a false ego. They think that they're this body, and they want to keep replenishing their own desires. They want more satisfaction. And can I just continue a little bit? So they just want to keep pleasuring their own body, and they don't understand that this is just your false ego, and this is not who you are deep down. Deep down, you're part of Krishna. You're part of everyone in this circle, and that's why wars are very tragic, because people go to war thinking that, oh, I'm standing up for my own country. I'm standing up for my desires. I'm standing up for my beliefs. But deep down, we're all one person. We're all part of one person. And that's why we have to be more spiritual, and we have to be more devoted.
Now we'll move to adults, and first is Prakash Prabhu. No?
Now you get impromptu Prabhu.
I don't remember.
Mohit Prabhu.
Switch it on. Okay. Switched off. Yeah.
Battery is off or?
That is working. Hare Krishna. Yeah. So today's topic is that why do we need spirituality in today's world? I think a lot can be said about this topic. You know, it can be a full class in itself, but I'll try to summarize in 3 minutes, which have been given. So I'll start with Srila Prabhupada's quote. Right? Srila Prabhupada said, "The purpose of human life is human life is meant to do the simple living and high thinking. But today's world, what we see is everybody's doing just the opposite. Everybody's about high living and no thinking at all. So, and that's what I like to highlight some of the points why spirituality is needed. I would start with first is that it helps us rise above the animalistic platform, right? Because in today's world, everybody is just involved in meeting, sleeping, and eating, right? That's a basic thing which even animals do, and most of the humans are also involved in that. So spirituality helps us understand the real purpose of life. That is the second reason, and which helps us raise above the animalistic platform. So real purpose of life is, and many of us have these questions, you know, who am I? What happens to me after that? What is my purpose of coming to this life? Is there anything beyond this world? So spirituality helps us understand all these questions which cannot be answered by science. So that is another reason why spirituality is very much needed in today's world. And by having those answers, it will also help us, once we understand the real purpose of life, that we are the soul and everybody is a soul, and we need to go beyond this concept of animalistic platform. That is when we start thinking about spirituality a little bit. And that builds on to the third reason, which I would say is that it helps create the more compassion and unity in the world, and bring the peace at some level also, because otherwise people are discriminating so much on the race, caste, borders, you know, many things. People have no reason to fight, but spirituality helps us understand that everybody is a soul, and we try to see everybody samdarshina, and that's how we go above these discriminations, and we don't fight too much. And so it helps in peace. Fourth reason I would say is it is the complete holistic well-being, right? So from physical to your mental to emotional, it helps you having the complete well-being at different levels. Because even here when we come, we eat prasadam and we get everything. I will just try to rush through now, only 20 seconds left. But talking specifically on emotional, that is very important, because even from the WHO statistics, every 40 seconds, one person suicide in the whole world. So by the time I finish my speech, probably 4 or 5 people would have left this world, unfortunately, by suicide. And so it helps us come out of that emotional problem, right? Because it gives you the more peace and all. I will stop there. I think my time is up, but there can be more which can be said.
Thank you, Mohit Prabhu. Next is Anshika Mataji. Next is Rupal Mataji.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Didn't prepare, but I'll attend. I would like to, the spirituality, I would like to, break it down into two parts. So spirituality is really spiritual and reality. So to sum it up, it's really like, what our aim to do is that we need to uplift our spirits and do it ritualistically, like over and over again. That is ultimately the path. Now, the question for today was, why do we need spirituality in today's world in Kali Yuga? So to answer that why, it's like, the world we are living today, it's driven by too many philosophies, too many cultures, too much is going on. The definition of what makes a man successful what is the righteous thing to do, again, has too many theories going on, right? In the race of being successful, people are stepping upon each other. They are being selfish. They are being more and more materialistic bound, that, oh, I have 10 cars, 20 houses, how many doors, as they talk in Bay Area, is the question, like, way how they are becoming successful apparently, but they are becoming more and more alone, more and more, someone shared the statistics of suicide happening, and within families or even outside, you see, there's no connection, and, they're not growing together. So that is what we are lacking, and that basically sums up to why spirituality, the way I see spirituality, gives us that one path, one place wherein all of us can come, make good associations, get answers to our questions: who we are, where are we going, what is the future, what will we do in this life, after life, how we all are connected, how we are sharing that journey. Now that can be like immediate family or extended family, right? Sometimes we get very carried away. Oh, this is my wife, this is my husband, son, daughter, father, and that's it. No, I think there is much larger way how we connect. Just putting together the learning we just did with the Chaturshloki Gita, the last one, as Krishna says that those who are ready to learn, spirituality is basically that glowing, shining lamp, which takes away the ignorance, the darkness in people's heart and mind, and show them that right path forward. Thank you.
Yes, Anshika Mataji, it was beautiful. Next is Rupal Mataji, and after Rupal Mataji, Sandhya Mataji.
Hare Krishna. So today our question is why we need spirituality in this modern world. In this digital modern world, every information is available just a fingertip away. However, one needs to find out who am I and what is the purpose of my life. Just to feel the self-realization, spirituality is very much needed. Spirituality increases one's awareness and make conscious decision whether it's right or wrong, and also it helps us to connect with other humans, that we have more compassion and kindness. That's what I need to say.
Thank you, Rupal Mataji. Next is Sandhya Mataji. She's not in the list, but you can add her. Sandhya Mataji. After Sandhya Mataji, Venugopal Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. The spirituality was
Closer.
for me. The spirituality started with my grandmother. That was the main foundation. I was always fascinated by the way she was performing the rituals and going to the temple. I always felt like I was under an umbrella when I was very close to her. I could feel that energy, and like other members of my family who were not so spiritual, I could feel that energy too, and I wanted to stay away or move away. So that's my experience, and later as I grew, I felt like I'm more connected to the people who are more spiritual and have more faith. And sometimes I was bothered looking at the materialistic people, like why are they like this? Why don't they put their energy in good things? And then slowly as I grew older, and as we practice more and more spirituality, it updates our energy. And then I started thinking like, oh, I should not be bothered by unnecessary things. Better I put my energy in better things. So I feel like every family should have at least one strong spiritually oriented person. They could easily uplift the family. So that's what I want to say.
Thank you, Sandhya Mataji, for the impromptu presentation. Thank you. Venugopal Prabhu. After Venugopal Prabhu, Ayush.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, I didn't prepare much, but spirituality for today's world. So it's a very vast subject. There are different definitions for this spirituality with respect to different people. There are different philosophies going on. Some people, it is like when in the past, like when we have our grandparents and all, so going to the temple and talk about God, different gods, and this is spirituality for them, like doing upvash on different auspicious occasions. Also, for some of the people, spirituality is like meditating, sitting in one posture and without thinking, get rid of your thoughts and going into a meditative state where you can cleanse your mind and thoughts. So, and some people, it is concentrating on some light or energy. So there are different philosophies, but in Gita also, Krishna mentioned, like, in whichever way you follow, finally everybody is indirectly worshipping me, trying to reach me. But we should know the faster way how to reach God. So in this modern world, earlier we had access to so many things, like our grandparents are there to guide us, our parents there to guide us. We are in a combined families where everybody has some thoughts about the spirituality, but now it became nuclear families. So there are less people to guide you. There are nobody to guide you. So our kids are little unfortunate than us because they have only us who can show the path to them. When a kid is born, they are like a clean slate. So they come to this world and their mind is in a complete meditative state. So, but as they grow up, they acquire so many things. They learn so many things. They acquire knowledge. They stack up all the knowledge in their mind, and they develop their complete consciousness, their feelings by seeing the world. They just follow the way they, whatever they feel like everybody is following. They don't know actual path. So here, what I meant to say is like, for modern kids, so they need some good guidance and right path. So Bhagavad Gita has many slokas which tells Bhagavad Gita has all the solutions. So whatever questions we have, anybody has, it has a personal. If you are really interested in developing your personality, it has personality development. If you are looking for being happy, so there are many ways he describes how to be happy. If you want to excel in your career, it has all the slokas which will give you success in your career. If you
I know we don't want to stop talking about Krishna, but there is a time limit, sorry.
But on that point, I think Shyam Prabhu shared a sheet a few weeks back or last week where it covers all the different problems and how Bhagavad Gita can help. How Bhagavad Gita can help for every problem.
Hare Krishna. Alright, so let's talk about why we need spirituality in today's age, right? Before we do that, right, let's talk about today's age. These days we are more connected than ever, using internet, all the apps we have on phones, right? Yet we are more alone than we have ever been as humanity. The TRP rates for Netflix, the MAU, DAU as they call them, for the social media apps are through the charts. So are suicide rates and divorce rates today in today's world. right? All the knowledge of this world is in our fingertips. We never had it before, but yet we have forgotten the wisdom that we had for ages and generations. We don't have it today, right? So why it has happened, right, and why we need it. So let's look at the 10 avatars of Lord Vishnu and what they teach us about it, right? I mean, like their knowledge has always been us. Let's look at Matsya avatar. It shows adaptability and survival. That is what we need in today's age, right? How can we survive, be adaptable with all the stress and things around us, yet help everyone else? Let's look at Kurma avatar. It shows us how we can handle the huge mountain of stress and the loads around us. Yes, be dutiful, keep doing what we are supposed to do. Let's look at the Varha avatar. It shows us uplifting, right? How do we rise? And why we are rising from this material world, how we take the earth along it, take care of it and everyone in it. Let's look at the Narasimha avatar. It shows us courage and justice. So how we can be courageous, leaving our circles that we are not supposed to be in, the right circles we keep talking about. It takes courage. Shows us how we can do that. The Vaman avatar. It shows us humility and how we can give up greed. There's no end to how much we can want, right? But there's end we need to put. That's kind of spiritual, a message of spirituality. Look at Lord Parashuram. He shows us anger management is a big problem in today's world. He shows us the righteous anger, when and how we can evoke anger to do the right thing. He shows us that, which is a great message again. Lord Ram, he shows us all the righteousness, dutiful, like how you can be on your path no matter what is happening around you. Lord Krishna, I mean, he shows us so many things, right? He shows us how to be on your path, how to be lovingly on your path while, helping everyone you can, being righteous. So many, and he gave us the Gita, right? So there's so much he gives us on that. The Buddha, as I say, right? I mean, so he shows us the power of inner peace, contentment, and knowledge. What we can do with gaining that. And then, of course, the Kaliki avatar, he shows us the importance of changing and adapting, looking at the new for tomorrow, which is again one important aspect of how we can grow. Yet, a small farmer to an engineer who earns more than $500,000 here, they all keep wanting more and more and more. So how does it end? The desire, whatever we want is endless and keeps growing. How it ends is with spirituality. And this is the path that can help us, attain that the endless desire that we have within us. Thank you.
Thank you, Anu Prabhu. Next is Srinivas Tata Prabhu. After Srinivas Prabhu is Manju Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Why do we need spirituality? I'm going to cover this from two angles. One, how to overcome difficulties. Two, what is the purpose of life? So in Srimad Ramayana, Sundarakanda, Sitama says it doesn't matter how many difficulties that you may perceive that you are going through. It may be small, large, medium, it doesn't matter. Irrespective of that, any being will hear some good news before they depart the body. That is Sita Mata's message, meaning if you are going through a tough patch, tomorrow there will certainly be a good news coming for you or waiting for you. You just have to hold on, you just have to be patient. Now, this kind of message is very, very helpful for anybody that has, whether it is emotional stress or any type of stress, health-wise or any which way. And I'm piggybacking on the statistic that Mohit Prabhu shared in terms of the number of suicides, right? Almost all the suicides they take place because they don't see a better tomorrow, they don't see a better next hour, they don't see a better next week, better next year. So this message from Sitama in Srimad Ramayana clearly tells everybody that, hey, you stick to your duties, you stick to your path and just hold on, you will see the other side after the difficulty. And I had really tough times back in 2016 and 17, and this helped me significantly to put together. Yes, I had to suffer, but it helped me put together and cross the path, cross the difficulty. And the second aspect is, what is the purpose of life? If I do not know what is the purpose of life, I keep doing whatever I want as long as I don't see immediate consequences coming my way. And then we all will, I mean, every single being will behave like just like usual animals, no humans. And the difference between animals and us is that ability to think, the ability to chant, whether you call Krishna, Rama, Narasimha, it doesn't matter. But the ability to chant is something that is specially given to us as a gift. And we should use that gift and we should do Nama Sankirtana. This way, the purpose of life will be coming to our mind on its own eventually. I may not know that at the start, I may not know that shortly after I start, but eventually you will realize, because once you start on that path, the people that you associate with, God will send you, Bhagavan Krishna will send you, Bhagavan Rama will send your way the people that will show you the next step. And it happens to me, it happened to me a lot of times, so I can say that with confidence. Yes, I'm still a long way to go, but I can say that with confidence that when I know something next day or next week, I hear something on those lines to show the next step for me. So the purpose of life we will know on our own through various people that we interact with, various situations that we come across. But we should stick to the path. We should do Nama Sankirtana always, every day. And that is why we do need spirituality. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Srinivas. Sharat would like to participate as well. So, he can lead us. After Sharat, Manchubati, do you want to go next or do you want to go? Okay, then after Sharat is Arna. These kids wants to go.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So our topic is why we need to find why spirituality is important. So the reality is that majority of us are either lazy or are too caught up in our material tasks, and we don't have time to find happiness, and not just any type of happiness, but the true happiness. And most of us think that happiness is like video games or TV, but that's not true. We need we need to find the middle ground between the two, and the way to do that is through spirituality and reading the Bhagavad Gita. The Bhagavad Gita is the manual to life, and if we're able to understand and interpret each and every part of it, we should be living a happy life. We can do this by joining the chanting calls in the morning and reading the chapters of the Bhagavad Gita. And chanting, another way to find happiness is to chant, because when you chant, you're able to focus on one thing for a long time, and you're able to build a pattern which overall helps you and teaches you discipline. For me, that helped me do like homeworks. So like a lot of kids here, when they do homeworks, they decide to look at their phones, and that's the true fact. But after I started like chanting more and focusing and concentrating, you are able to concentrate on your work more, and you can notice that every single time you sit down and chant or you sit down and do something, it increases by a little bit of time. So the duration that you're able to start off with will, by the time you end, you'll be able to do more. So if you start off with 1 round, by the end of the year, maybe you'll be at 4 rounds. So you can make goals like that. And for those of you that find it hard to do 1 round, just keep trying. Because, thank you.
Just got appointed as a marketing director.
Hare Krishna, today's topic is why does the world need spirituality? I think we need spirituality because we all act like we're really busy, but we have a class before about this of time, like how we all have like 4 quadrants in our life, and we all live in 3 or 4, and we live in 2 or maybe, but we should live in 1. So in 2, there's like health. You do everything. You do. In 3 and 4, there's distractions. So so like when you do this, so you act like you're busy, but you're not. You're instead just working on distractions. And then you say that you don't have time for spirituality when you really do. You just like say you're busy when you're not. You answer uninterrupted, like you answer interrupted calls and stuff. So I think like if you act like you're busy and then say you don't have time for spirituality, that's not how it works. You're supposed to make time. Like you can make time for 1 round in chanting in the morning. Like that's how you should do it. Like 1 round doesn't take more than 10 minutes. So I think you should be doing 1 round every day. And then as you do 1 round, you feel like you should go to temple more. You should see Krishna more. So when you go to temple, you get association there. You see people there you know. And if you don't know, you make new friends. From there, you get to know about more experiences of people elder than you. And then there you also hear about more about Krishna stories and pastimes, and then you feel more encouraged to read more books. And then when you read more books, you feel more entertained in Krishna's world here, and then you feel more good to go to back to Godhead. And then you chant more, and then you also do the diet of Krishna Prasadam. You get the tulsi, you get everything that Krishna wants you to have. So when you do spirituality, you get all the good benefits as you feel in this world. You feel you're busy, but you're really not. So as you go to temple, you just go to 1 Sunday at the temple, and then you just feel good. So I think you should just go to the temple and then have spirituality there.
Haribo! I'm able to find the associate director.
For the record, we didn't pay them.
Arna,
Now you might
after
have this
Arna,
one.
Kartika.
Karthi already did.
Sahasra. Yashasvi wanted to do? Where is she?
Sahasra.
Okay, Sahasra.
Hello everyone, today I'll be speaking on the topic, why does our current world need spirituality? Hello everyone, look around you, there's chaos, violence and negativity. Why? Because in the Kali Yuga, spirituality is not present. Spirituality means to connect to our spirit, not materialism. Spirituality means to take a lifelong journey to connect to God. But why do we need spirituality in our lives? Well, we're all suffering in the materialistic world. We're craving for everything we don't have, and it results to unhappiness. Think about it this way. Think of getting a new phone, an iPhone 16 Pro Max. You'll probably be super happy for a month. Everyone will be telling you, oh my god, you're so lucky for getting a new phone. But wait a year and then the next phone will be out. Soon no one will be adoring over the new iPhone 16. And then you'll want the newer models. We'll keep on wanting more and more, but we'll never be pleased with what we get. But spirituality can bring us happiness from deep within us. It can bring us permanent happiness while connecting us to God, to a higher level. It's basically a win in both ways, and we have all the resources to start. Beads and ourselves to chant Hare Krishna. Secondly, look around the world. Let's transport ourselves to a temple. Just think about being around all the idols of God, people chanting joyfully. It brings us an uplifting feeling of joy without us noticing. Everyone is spiritually connecting to God together, creating an environment of peace and happiness. Now, let's transport ourselves all the way around to the other side of the world. North Korea. Everyone there is miserable, trapped in a cage of sadness and no freedom. There's no happiness present because no one practices spirituality. In Russia, there used to and there still is a lot of violence through the wars between Ukraine. There are people fleeing their homes in order to escape the sadness and danger. But did you know that many people in those regions are not strongly connected to spirituality? How is spirituality even connected to violence and sadness in those places? We should discuss what being spiritual is first. There are many rules and practices we have to follow in order to be strongly connected to spirituality. We have to be kind, we have to practice praying, not commit sins, and not to commit violent actions. In those places, if people in those places practice spirituality, these rules and practices would prevent them from committing violent and cruel actions. So we have to realize that in Kali Yuga, there is no spirituality present. There is no happiness, joy, and positivity because spirituality isn't important to people anymore. Said by Krishna. Practicing spirituality can change the way our world works. It can change our world from negativity to positivity. So ultimately, spirituality needs to be present in Kali Yuga to save the little good we have left. Thank you.
Yashashvi?
Thank you, Sahasra. Yashashvi wants to do. She was saying that she wanted to do. Okay. If anyone else wants to do, Manju Mataji.
So the topic is why we need spirituality in this modern world. So spirituality in modern world, I feel that should be the foremost for all the humans, at least I would say, right? We got this body as a human, and everybody should have it as a topmost priority, top in the list. So it should not be a question, right? It should be a purpose for the life. I feel there is no question like why spirituality. It should be the purpose of life. The purpose of humans is like ultimately to go to the Godhead. So, and I think the human bodies, they move from different bodies, and for years and years and for I don't know how long we have been changing the bodies. But ultimately, the material world, whatever that we are getting or whatever we are experiencing, it's very temporary, that I would say. So I get maybe a phone, and after some time I get used to it and think, okay, this is not for me, right? I just need to upgrade. And after that, even that is not satisfying the humans. So always constantly the soul is looking for something, but there is no satisfaction. And the way that we are looking at the world, it is all materialistic and also and there is, I don't know, I feel there is no end to whatever we are looking for the need, but constantly the soul is looking for something to get that pleasure of like serving or going to the Godhead, but not many of them knows like what exactly needs to be done. But I feel this platform is giving enormous knowledge to at least get into the way that what a soul is looking for. the soul definitely, when you do this spiritual activity, you see enormous change in everybody, the way that you perceive others. Right now, I feel like when you get into those mode, you look into other people, look, okay, this is not a person, this is a soul. And also when you talk to the person, you feel, okay, if there is something that we have, like unintentionally or intentionally, if you talk to that person, you always think, oh, that soul, maybe we have been something. So I always think as a soul. Now I'm connecting more as like, okay, there is something that we need to always, maybe sorry, I just keep my hands and say, okay, if I have done anything to this soul, just excuse me. So I have got that kind of perspective right now. Rather than looking at the body, I always think there is a soul, and also I think the God is always residing on their hearts. So the perspective has been changed enormously by coming to these classes.
Thank you, Manju Mataji, for the beautiful presentation. Are we all done? Do you? Yes.
I have no idea what is happening. Today's class is not the class I love.
She's in jet lag. She just came from India 2 days ago.
Yeah, I just woke up and then I'm here. This is not the class. When I left, and there used to be a TV, I was like, something is wrong here. Something is wrong. Like, okay, so without taking much time. What's the question again? Oh yeah, why do we need spirituality in the modern world? Like, do you think we need spirituality in the modern world? Like, every world needs spirituality, right? So the problem with spirituality is not a problem. Spirituality is a solution. The thing we don't know is, we don't know what we don't know. We are thinking that we have a solution and running around with a lot of distractions and everything, like buying a car is a solution to go to the office, something like that. Like, we don't know what we don't know. The real problem is something different. And once we realize what the problem is, like when we talk about like looking around you, like look inside you, like are you happy? What's the purpose of life? What are you doing here? Like, oh, what do you want to be? Like, I want to be an engineer, and after that, like I want to be like, when that question asked to me, I said like, I want to be happy. I want to live the life. Like, nobody said I want to live the life. Like, everybody wants to run behind something. Nobody wants to be there, right? Being is one thing and doing is one thing. I always connect spirituality and everything to Agile. Like, what we are doing is we are doing Agile and not being Agile. And this is like an Agile manifesto, right? Again, they think that spirituality is something like reading Bhagavad Gita. Like, I'm not, with due respect, reading Bhagavad Gita is not spirituality. It's like doing Agile. Like, I know Agile. Every organization says, we are Agile. But they don't have the output. They don't have the outcome or productivity or value because they are doing Agile. I say like, being Agile is very important. Reading manifesto, like practicing it in the right form. Likewise, reading Bhagavad Gita and practicing it. So that's why this association helps me to connect spirituality to a different level. Yes, we have been practicing spirituality. Somebody said, my grandmother. Yes, everybody, we all come from India. At least we have connected with people who are following spirituality. And I just came back from India. Like every other street, you see temple. Like you cannot miss it out. But we are doing Agile. We are going in the car, we see God, like, okay, God, okay, God, okay, God. Like, that's not spirituality. Doing Agile is being Agile, right? Again, so connecting and associating, doing all these things, that matters, and that helps it. I want to leave it with one last thought is like, the main thing is to keep the main thing. That's spirituality. Thank you.
Thank you, Sumandi Mataji.
Can I speak?
Yes.
I inspired you, right?
After Uma Mataji, Kashmir.
You have to tell that I inspired you.
I like the way how everyone is getting inspired to speak, even though we have like they're not in the list. Yes, I was not in the list. No, you should. We encourage everyone to speak.
So the topic is why is spirituality needed in this world. Spirituality is needed. Everybody knows here. Everybody is involved here is spiritual. But what about the people who are unaware of the spirituality? How will they know? Well, So they're great leaders like Srila Prabhupada, and our great leaders are there. So I hope there will be more leaders coming up. Spirituality gives us a strength from inside to take care of any situations we are in. It gives us a lot of strength. So each individual, if he is spiritually oriented, if each individual is very strong to hold all the circumstances, like whatever he's facing at this minute, leaving everything to God, and his mind is so strongly involved in God that he doesn't care for anything. He thinks God is there to take care of me in whatever situation I am, but I will do my duties. Given duties I will do. So that's what is spirituality, and doing good to others and being nice to others. These are all basic steps of spirituality, being in good association. But we should also, how are we going to spread this spirituality is through our leaders. And because they are very aware of all Bhagavad Gita and everything, every steps. And so we need to, I don't know how it happens, because each and every corner it has to go spirituality, meaning there should be leaders who will be taking part in it. So that's pretty much, I know, yeah.
Thank you, Mamataji. Beautiful realizations, each and everyone. Prakash, anyone else would like to speak? Okay. Next, Madhavi Lata Mataji.
I try to attend impromptu, so basically, I kind of inspired from Kartika, how she just came and freely expressed her thoughts. I think in Kali Yuga, right? So right now the easiest thing for people is to get attracted to material things. So that also gives the immediate sense gratification. So people thinks that's the right way of doing things. Even for those people who who are attracted to material things, after some time they will get question mark. Okay, what else? What is what next? Okay, who am I? What's my next purpose of life? Right? So having some association with spirituality helps you to control emotions in different situations of life. So a lot of problems in this world, right, occurs because of unable to control emotions at that time, and unable to communicate, and unable to reflect yourself. So all these things, spirituality helps people to go in the right direction. So, even though, I'm in the very early part of the journey, at least the first thing I can do right now, if I'm doing certain action, this thought helps me basically, am I doing the right thing or wrong thing? And also if some emotion comes right now, at least I can try to right now, I will think, okay, just to control the emotions, step back a little bit and then see is it good or bad, and then basically proceed accordingly. Right? If you see in America, right, they call this a very developed country and all, but somewhere I read, the divorce rate here is basically 55 to 60%. So why it is happening? Because just like, people everywhere is about me and all, all the material things, but basically, when they think about us, just first as a family and then about the society and all, right? First, if they start thinking about us kind of thing, not just me, then basically majority of the problems, at a family level and also at a bigger country level also will be solved. Right? So, spirituality is a foundation for all these things. One at an individual level, at a family level, and also how you also get a bigger thoughts like why am when we are kids, right? Everybody thinks study well, get job, marriage, family, all those things happen. After that, nobody will tell what it is, right? So you get a question mark, basically, what it is, what is the life, what is the purpose of life, right? So you start with, job, one home, two homes, and then what? So you get like a third home there. But so in this world, the challenge is basically how you manage the life between, materialistic things and basically, the other things, right? Spirituality helps people to basically, as a human, we cannot control our emotions. Just before coming to class, I was thinking about Pushpa movie. So, sorry. So this helps basically, to limit those things, and then it's moving towards the, our bigger purpose. So, yeah, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Madhavi Lata Mataji.
Okay, come. Come. Okay, Pramila Mataji. After the
Hare Krishna. So, I just got inspired by everyone. Just came out here to just give some, whatever are my thoughts, just impromptu. I think a lot of all the Matajis, Prabhujis and Betajis covered most of the most of the things, but just want to echo a couple of points, right? So spirituality, it's a common thing irrespective of religion. So we say like we are Hindus, they are Christians, Muslims. Everyone preach their own God. They have their own holy books, Holy Bible, Quran, and Bhagavad Gita. The essence is the same, right? So everyone needs to be spiritual. It's not something set on stone or a subject, but something to be understood with the heart, right? And how it helps in our daily life is, we deal with a lot of things, which are unavoidable. And some things come to us like based on our karma, right? So, you want to become this, you want to do this, but universe has its effects on you. So, how do we control that, right? We have a lot of emotions, anger, temper, frustrations, everything. But suppressing them is not a good idea. Because if you're suppressing them, like, in saying that, hey, I need to be spiritual, I need to suppress my anger, I need to suppress my emotion, it is even like, the lava becomes more and one day it just gets bursted. So we just need to channelize that in a right manner. And how do we do that is something like, spirituality helps here. So how do we get that spiritual intent within us, within our heart? Is something, again, association, like, following the good things that the holy scriptures are telling us, just like, stay calm. I know it's not easy when, like, when there is a kind of a situation where it becomes hard. Like, I myself, like, face a lot of times. I come to classes here, I learn a lot of things from last 1 year, a lot of things, but again, when a situation comes, I just totally forgot to apply that. So how do we just channelize our energy in a right direction is what we need to still practice, is what I think. At least I need to practice a lot, but that's where spirituality helps. So a couple of things. So I think Krishna, in one of the verses, he mentioned, Srila Prabhupada had told us, like, Krishna descends for us to ascend. So it's like you push yourself up and Krishna comes down to help you, right? And we all, like, coming from the Indian background, we say like puja, like we do puja, we do rituals, like, I celebrate that, this and all. But again, I think a couple of people have told here, Prabhupada have told, like, in one of the verses, like, puja is completely different from bhakti. So puja is something you do it. Yeah. Puja is something, it's the right call, right? I said puja and it's like, so you do it with, you do it like in the ritualistic manner, you study mantras, you do it as per the process, but that doesn't mean that you're attaining bhakti. It might help you to calm down your situation a bit. You definitely feel energized for a temporary period, but if you want that to be continued, you need to follow the process of bhakti. And that's something Shyam Prabhu can help us. I also don't know. So that's it. Like, I just wanted to echo this.
Pramila Mataji. After Pramila Mataji, would anyone want to finish?
Hare Krishna, everyone. Oh my God, seeing all of you, like, my heart is pounding and I was holding in front of people. Okay, so spirituality, there is a lot of things if we start talking about the spirituality, but I'll just say whatever I understood. Yeah, yes. So why we need spirituality is it gives a little common sense. Like we are surrounded with many kind of people. We are always busy in looking outwards, like always looking the people and what they are doing and judging out their actions. But the persons who practice the spirituality, they stop looking outwards and they start looking inwards. That's where the difference comes, and that practice of looking inwards is needed for everyone. That's how the lives of the people changes, and also we see like the Madhvi Mataji was mentioning about the pujas, doing puja and a ritualistic way of life and all. Because these days spiritual means doing all the pujas or chanting lot of mantras, all these kinds of there, but missing out the core point. Say for example, if two brothers are there, they are fighting with hiding the properties from the parents. One of the person, they do puja to Ram Bhagwan and they fight with his own brother. That missing out of that common sense. So to realize that point is spirituality. Means what I feel is like just stop looking around you, surrounding you and judging and all these things. Just start traveling into inwards. That's what my understanding. Thank you.
Ramesh Prabhu. And after this last call, if anyone would want to do, otherwise we would stop.
Last spot also.
Last spot, yeah. We'll stop, and I hope judges are ready with their...
We'll do a short clip then, while you figure out the scores and 1, 2, 3.
I thought you guys, you both will be figuring out the scores.
We were hoping to, but people... But anyway, so we will do Kirtan, and then you can announce, and then give the... We'll do short.
Okay, so why do we need spirituality? Spirituality helps us understand who we are, who is God, what is the relationship between we and the God, and what is the purpose of life, and how to reach God. So, yeah, basically for this, when we started coming to the spiritual classes, I understood. I mean, before that I had some idea, but here it helped me more on understanding level. So we are Atma, and which is we are a soul, and God is Paramatma, Supreme Soul, and the relationship between we and the God is we are part and parcel of God. So this is one thing, and on the other hand, we understand that there are five senses and 6 enemies within us that we need to overcome, like lust, anger, greed, pride, ego, and attachment. So even in materialistic world, people know about this, but they don't know how to control these or overcome this, because they don't have right path or right direction who can guide them. At least, yeah, when we started coming here, I started at least understanding that, and I'm grateful to ISKCON and Yasham Prabhu and Yasham Mataji about that. They helped us understand all these things. And the last thing I want to say is, even Arjuna in Dwapar Yuga or in Mahabharata Yuddha, he went into a lot of stress, seeing around his friends, families, everyone. So in Kali Yuga, as we are common people, so we'll be going through a lot of stress inside and outside. So to overcome that, we need spirituality. One last point.
Everyone is hungry.
So we with spirituality we'll be always in dasanu das mode, whereas in materialistic world everyone is in boss mode, which Shyam Prabhu refers. Thank you.
Thank you, Ramesh Prabhu. Prashant Prabhu.
Hare Krishna all. I really got inspiration after listening to everybody's like their thought process reflections. I just wanted to share a few things. why this world needs spirituality. Okay, 4 points. First thing is, I really think the scale with which we are measuring what is success, what is happiness. Okay, that is not the right scale. It is people who knows what is the spirituality. They only knows what is right and wrong. That's the reason. First thing is the root. Okay, unhappiness, root causes for all of us. We know that even though we are in the most advanced world, okay, a lot of us are not happy. Even though we have 1-2 homes, like okay, very well bank balance, everything, because we, according to our scale, this is what is the happiness. But spirituality clearly says, in the material world, the more and more you get, you will become more and more unhappy. Okay, this is the first clarification you will get it. Okay, the root cause of this, okay, unhappiness in this material world. Okay, this will give you the clarification. The second thing is the effect of karma. People when really know what is the effect of karma, right? You don't need external policing, you don't need external courts. Your Antratma is going to take care of you because it is going to haunt you birth after birth, birth after birth. When you really know there is no escapism for whatever the wrong things I do, there is no escapism. People who doesn't have this knowledge, they will be doing the commits thing that nobody is looking at me. Okay, no CCTV camera captured me. Okay, so that is the mistake they will do. But once who has this knowledge, spiritual knowledge, when they know your sins, mistakes will be haunting you. Okay, birth after birth, and you will be even demoted to like a different life, not as a human, right? So this is the second point. Okay? Knowing the effect of karma, like this also comes from spirituality. Okay, the third thing is so do your job, responsibilities, whatever. Forget about, leave it to the God. You just imagine, right? So this is what the problem, like the source of even for a parenting, like even our career. I'm doing the fullest effort, but why I'm not getting promotion? Okay, so why my kids are not like that? Why my kids are not getting the best grades? It is not only just our efforts, right? Okay, there is something else is deciding the result. When you strongly believe, just put your efforts. Leave the rankings, promotions, like what it may be, leave to the God. Even the thought itself will give us a lot of relief. This all comes from knowledge of spirituality. Okay? The fourth important thing, so ours is Vasudhaiva Kutumbam, also they're all part and parcel of Supreme Lord Krishna. You just imagine that we're all part of him. We all came from there. And the second thing, it clearly says we are supposed to live the life by devotional, towards devotional path and worshipping the God. And as Ramesh Prabhu told, change our mindset, not boss. You wanted to serve others. You just imagine a world where everybody, they wanted to serve each other, not get served by them. You just imagine a world. All these things come from the spiritual knowledge. Okay? So with these 4 points, these are very just touching the surface. This is a ocean. Okay, we have to tell to the people who are in this material world. Just before attending this session, 1.5 years back, I never know what is spiritual, what is spirit, what is Sanatana Dharma. There are so many lakhs of people in this world who don't have this knowledge. This is the high time we have to spread. Okay, what is spirituality? What is our scriptures are teaching? What is the Bhagavad Gita? Hare.
Hare.
Someone can call the kids, we'll do short Gita.
Thank you, Prashant. So many points to reflect upon. All of each and everyone have different view of spirituality, how we can use in modern world. So thank you so much for inspiring all of us with beautiful points. We can all take home all these points and reflect upon how. Balaji Prabhu, you wanted to speak? Sorry. Thank you. So maybe we'll do a short kirtan and we will be ready. The judges are ready with their scores and we will have prize distribution as well.
Krishna Jinka, chalo. Gopal, Krishna Jinka. Yes, he will.